Hello everybody, Dark Shredder 11 back here again with another Minecraft command block video. And as you can obviously tell by the title, this is one of the simplest ways I could possibly find to store your player's coordinates in a scoreboard and then use them for other access later. Now obviously this is in the current 1.13 snapshot. Well, maybe not current, I can't remember exactly what it's at right now, but I'm pretty sure 18W15A is what I'm on right now. I don't know if it'll change later, I don't know if it works on previous versions, but, well, maybe not before 1.13 updates, but, as for this snapshot, this is a working, very simple method to store coordinates in scoreboards and then use them for later. So, these three command blocks all alone have a command to store your X, Y, and Z in the scoreboard. These last two are for a second part I'm showing you along with this whole chain of command blocks that is for a good implication of this, which I'll talk about in the end, but you won't be able to see the whole full X, Y, and Z on my scoreboard on the right there at the same time, but I'll show you what X I'm at right now. I'm at 1427. It's not going to show the decimal, that doesn't really matter too much. So what I'm going to do to trigger it is use the trigger command, set home, because the second part, the implication of this scoreboard system, is my home system. Now all you have to do is add 1 to your scoreboard value. I can change it later so that you can be any number, but for now it's just 1. And when you do this, as you can see, it's set it to 1427, or my current X coordinate. Now if I fly over here a bit and do the same thing, it goes to 1447, which is where I am right now. So it's all working. These three command blocks will easily set it, and I'm going to show you what the commands are. So it's an execute store command. So it's going to execute as the player who's triggered the set home trigger, and it's going to store the result of the executed command in the home X scoreboard, which is what you can see on the right there. And it's going to store it in the player who executed the command's home X. Now, the command it's running is a data get entity, so it's getting the entity data of my own player, and what the pose and square bracket 0 there the thing means is that is an array that stores 3 different values. It stores your position in the world, so these 3 values are your X, Y, and Z coordinates. Now, if you want to say get your Z coordinates instead of X, because this is X, then you're going to put pose, square bracket, open, 2, close bracket, close square bracket. This 1 here is just the scale factor of it, so if you say put a 2 there instead, then what it's going to do is it's going to give you 2 times your X value. Or if you put 1,000, it's going to give you 1,000 times your X value, so that'll change the number. And if you don't put any number at the end there, it's going to give you a bunch of decimal places after whatever full number you're at. So that's just if you want super accurate numbers, when it's really not necessary though. Oh yeah, I'll show you the other 2 commands too. This one stores in home Y and uses pose 1, because pose 1 is the Y coordinate, and the Z coordinate for home Z is pose 2. All of them use the same 1 at the very end, because I want an exact coordinate, like right in the middle of the block, not in a weird place. So then the rest of these commands, the 2 at the end there, just reset the trigger, and then all of these ones are for teleporting to your home. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my home right on this command block here. I'm going to fly a ways away. I'm going to fly like up here and maybe fly right here, and if I type /trigger home add 1, it's a bit off, but it teleports you to the general area where you set the home, so that's still good. I believe you can set it in the air too, although that doesn't really have any practical uses, I wouldn't say. The armor stand is visible for now, but all you have to do is add an invisible tag to its summon. The good thing about this too is it also works in unloaded chunks. So if I turn off caps lock, TP, let's say 9999 for 3,000, or not 30,000, 3,000. This is somewhere I swear I have never been unless I just flew past it once on accident, but so now what I can do is if I trigger set home, kill myself, so I go back to the spawn area. Wait for this to load for a second. So yeah, you see it back at the spawn area. Then I can teleport home with the trigger home, and you'll see my coordinate here is 9,999 for 3,000. So that's a very practical use for a coordinate saving mechanism, and using it out of the scoreboard is basically just as simple as it was putting it in the scoreboard. So I'm going to kill myself again so I can go back to spawn and show you how the other system works, the system where I use the scoreboard values, because literally it's exactly the same as the way I save it in. Okay, so once the player triggers the home, it summons the armor stand, adds the home TP tag to that armor stand, and then it changes. Okay, so here's the thing it does. It's gonna store the result of this command in the entity or the armor stand. It's gonna store it in that armor stand's position 0 or position X value. Now, what exactly is it putting in that X value? It's putting your home X value, and that home X value is the same value that you stored in the command or in the scoreboard earlier. So essentially, when you set home, it puts a value in your home X, and when you try and teleport there, it summons an armor stand, sends it to your home X location using this whole method, and then it'll teleport your player to the armor stand, kill the armor stand, and reset the triggers. That's pretty much all there is to it. This might seem maybe not a lot of command blocks, but definitely less than 1.12 for something like this, but it's really as simple as it can get as far as the new commands go. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that this video was, or even could be, of some use to future command block creators. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys some other time. Goodbye.